Welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy and Tarot. My name is Kirsten, and today I have a political read. I got a new deck called the True Crime Oracle cards last night, so I was playing around with them and asking some naughty questions, and this is the reading that I got, so I'd like to share it with you. I also utilized the enhancements from AI to aid and assist me with some symbology here that didn't click immediately. And so there's also that layered nuance that hopefully you like. But if you don't, that's fine. All right, this is reading number 1. Here in this section, okay? And then I have 2 other readings above. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also visit me on my new channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing, where I do a lot of pendulum protocol, energy healing work, as well as offering love readings and pop culture readings. Okay? All right, so let's get started. Reading 1, the question I asked the cards is, was Jeffrey E., really unalived, or was it staged? And this is for entertainment purposes only. Tarot is not an exact science, and this is just for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. So the first cards that fell out, and I always shuffle for the cards to fall out, was revenge, jealousy, and then intuition. And then I clarified revenge and got landfill, clarified jealousy, got runaway, clarified intuition, and got grandparent. So let's decipher these now. So the question was E really unalived, or was it staged? So this is telling me he was taken out. Okay, revenge is clear. It's written on the card that this is an act of violence, of brutality that was done to him. Someone had a reason, and there was anger, retaliation, perhaps someone settling a score. And then with landfill, this is a trash truck leaving behind a field of trash. This is the cover-up. He was dumped like trash, tossed out and erased. It's not a voluntary unaliving, okay? It was more of a takedown, a cleanup by the professionals, a cleanup by the professionals. So it either was or was made to look like some sort of like a voluntary unalivement, but it's questionable with intuition here that that's the case. And the cards are saying that this was a brutal act and it wasn't voluntary. Okay? Now, jealousy and runaway. Jealousy clarified by Ladro, the thief. You see we got 2 red shoes here on a shadowed platform. And it makes me think of the women involved. The females involved, let's say females involved. Who may feel that he's escaped. Jealousy is a threatening energy. It shows motive. Someone was scared of what perhaps E would say. And the red shoes on this porch here could be symbolic of something left behind on purpose. It kind of says, look here. While something else happens over there, like a distraction type of move. And that's what makes me think it was staged. I'm feeling like there is a double bluff here. I know that sounds kind of weird and crazy, but I feel like these people are so cunning, so masterful at their swarthiness, is that they wanted it to look, they staged it to look like the S word, like a voluntary unaliving. But there's evidence or trace and an intuitive gnawing that there was murder here rather than a voluntary unaliving. And I say double bluff because I don't think either one is true because of the runaway card. It was staged so someone, the thief, could run away. I think that, and I did it was years ago. Years ago, I did a reading on E and T together. And he had already been unalived. And I remember seeing the sun in the reading. The sun came out. And I was thinking to myself, and I think I had asked the question, at least in my mind, I had asked the question, where is he now? Where is he? Spiritually, I was being told that he was in heaven. I was like, in heaven? The sun was telling me heaven. I'm like, no, he's not in heaven. He's somewhere where there's lots of light and there's lots of sun and there's warmth and there's happiness, there's freedom. But I didn't say it at the time. I didn't say it, but it's always been gnawing at me. And today I feel like there was a double bluff. And that this was all staged for his escape. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what the cards are telling me. Somebody ran, somebody got out, somebody escaped. And here is Ladro, clarifying it. Ladro also means 10 of Pentacles, if it were tarot. And that's money, that's privilege, that's status. So money was involved, maybe he bought his way out. It's also someone who lies and tricks and pretends to be something that they're not. So I feel like the energy was, to us, it's a hit. It was a hit. What they staged was voluntary unaliving. But the truth was, MF got away. This was all staged so he could vanish. And deep down, we already know, right? The disturbing truth. Intuition. Clarified by grandparent. Needed the help of AI with this one. Also clarified by Lenamika, the female enemy reversed. So intuition says you already know, and you're not crazy for thinking something's off. There's something off with this story. Either way, the majority of us think the man's dead. Either it's by a voluntary unaliving or murder. For entertainment purposes only, allegedly. Grandparent, it threw me off. Like, what is grandparent talking about? Grandparent, again, next to this 10 of Pentacles, tells me about legacy, old money, old power. The people who've been running things were scared. And La Namika, the female enemy, she shows up reversed. She's cold, she's dangerous, she's secretive. Meaning they're cold, they're dangerous, they're secretive. And they're part of the cover-up. Whoever this old system is, this old money is, these old powerful people. And this female, who's vicious, by the way, and very defamatory, Pam B, is cold, dangerous, and secretive, and helping to make sure the truth never comes to light. So, yes, some violence occurred because they had to produce a body. So violence did occur. And it wasn't clean. And a cover-up followed. But someone slipped through the cracks, got away. And it was planned, it was staged. And a powerful woman is now keeping it quiet, or involved in keeping it quiet, so the old money doesn't get found out. And we already know, we already feel it, we already know, right? Reading number 2, I asked the cards, is the one who arranged E's takedown, right? His takedown, his escape, whatever, is the one who arranged that still in power? And with that, I got these cards just flew out. Faked death. Reconfirming that it was staged. Reconfirming that it's staged. Fake death and child. So fake death is very loud, right? So the story wasn't real. It was fabricated. But there was a death. There was a death. They had to produce a body. I wonder what's the story behind that. Wow. But it didn't happen the way they said it happened. And child here is representing not a literal child, it means someone that's protected, spoiled, immature, a golden boy. Someone who hides behind the image of innocence. And who do we know that's referred to as a child? The Citrus King. He's not innocent. He's in power. And he's still playing the game like nothing happened. And it answers the question, yes, this is the one who pulled the strings. This is the one who's still in charge. And they're still protected, and they still think they're fooling somebody. Next reading I asked, so what triggered E's takedown? What triggered E's takedown or escape? What triggered E's takedown or escape? And we got debt and abuse, neglect. And if you can see, the cards are awfully dark. It's like a black credit card. And then this looks like a link chain, heavy link chain, attached to maybe the arm of a couch. and it's open-ended, and it says abuse, neglect. So the question was, excuse me, what triggered E's takedown? Well, dead here shows that there was some kind of financial pressure. There was some kind of evidence or trail, money trail, that could be traced, right? There are receipts that come with credit card transactions that tie the powerful people to the ones who are abused and neglected or restricted and held. And these transactions wouldn't be easily explained away. So he had financial proof that could connect the powerful ones to the victims. Chains on the furniture suggest someone was being held. Maybe for trafficking, exploitation, or to keep people silent. Not just physical abuse here, but psychological, emotional, and systemic abuse. And a long trail or history that could be traced, right? Because the Ten of Coins also can represent past and future history. And it's next to the Debt card. So what triggered the takedown was what E knew and what he had. He could prove it, and he was about to leak. But he may have bought his way out and owes a debt now. He may have bought his way out so he could run away and escape. It's so hard to say. I mean, it's really, if it's a double bluff, it's a good one. Because either way you think, he's got to be dead. But I don't think he is. I really don't. This runaway and this thief card just makes me think he got away. So, final question. I asked, will the victims name names ever? And specifically, will they name the Citrus King? Will they name the child in charge? Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Oh, yeah. Charles in charge. Remember that show? He's a trumper. What's his name? From Happy Days? I met him once. He was a nice guy. But what a shame. MAGA. Anyway, I can't remember his name. The brunette that was with Joni. I am dating myself. All right, final question. We got, now this one I definitely needed the help of AI to assist me with the symbolism here. Well, here, let me put it back here, because sometimes the cards play together to tell a story. We got affair, couple, family, and the question was, will the victims ever name names, specifically the Citrus King? So I'm looking at this as a past, present, future, okay? We've got affair, and you'll notice two people with their eyes closed in bed, and we know that the affair, is probably something illicit, probably something you want to keep secret or hidden. It's an affair after all. So it does suggest that there was sexual energy, intimacy, and a cover-up. And with couple here, it kind of like ages these people up, right? So now these women are older. These children are older now and wiser, and their eyes are open, and they realize what happened to them, And they want to talk, they want to speak, but they're scared. This looks like they're in the shadows. It looks like they're very concerned and worried by something threatening. So they're watching and they're waiting. And maybe they're talking here in family, talking. Also clarified by stanza, which is a conversation, a private conversation. So they're having private talks. Maybe they're talking to each other, right? As a collective. They're coming together as a collective and talking to each other. They may be sharing with the courts, doing hearings, or sharing with their lawyers. And they are speaking the truth. Some of them are writing books, writing their private memoirs. And in those things, they are naming the names, and they are fingering the Citrus King as being involved allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And the reason why they're afraid is because they're afraid of that their death will be faked too. Right? It won't be it'll be the double bluff. But this time they won't get away. So they're afraid of that. So family represents the future in this reading, and the collective of them all, even though there's a man in the picture, I'm just feeling like it represents the collective of the women, right? And they're speaking truth privately to one another in front of someone who can't tell, or who won't tell because they can't tell, right? Maybe to someone who is confidential. They have to keep it confidential. So it's making me think of deposition or hearing or confession or a leak. It's private at first, but it doesn't stay private forever. Eventually it's going to come out. So I don't think the names are going to come out soon. I think they will eventually come out somehow. I feel like I may be stretching this reading here a little bit to fit. But it will be something that's coordinated between all of them. It won't be just one lone person, because they stand together stronger. When they're together, they're stronger. I do believe they will name his name. And it will probably get leaked that they named the name. It doesn't come out directly at first. So this wasn't just about one man passing away. It's about distraction, it's about deception, it's about escape. The system is still operating. The key players are still protected. But soon silence will crack. It's referring to some kind of a leak. I feel like they're coming together, they're getting ready to, they want to drop names. They're coming together to do it. But I don't feel like it's right away. I don't feel like it's right away yet. I can't say it's going to happen super soon. I think conversations are happening right now, but they're not quite ready to come out with it yet. I don't know what the stall is for. I really don't. I say, speak the truth. If you all come out together, which is wise, then you stand better protected. So, and now's the time. Now feels like the time. So, anyway, guys, that's the reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you liked it and you'd like me to do more true crime readings with the help of the Sibylla and AI, let me know. Yeah, and if you have any suggestions, questions that I should ask, leave them in the comment section. Make sure to check out my new channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing, and visit me at my Etsy shop, Wingseer, Wingseer. There I've got pendulum protocols and hypnosis scripts that can help you move through life challenges like fear, money issues, emotional blocks, stuff that keeps you stuck. These are real tools and they really work. So if you're interested, make sure to check out my Etsy shop, Wingseer. And also please like, share, and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.